Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Polo. Now, I know my last video wasn't all that great, but I know that food was delicious. But today, we are making chicken wings. Now, I did get this recipe online. I did make a little bit, like changes to it. But I want to show you what we have. So we have the chicken wings in a bowl, defrosted, slightly dried. Any liquid that's in there, is from, it's sitting in the fridge for about an hour. We have the dry ingredients, the garlic, baking powder, pepper and salt, and then here's for the sauce. Your Parmesan cheese, garlic. I did swap out Italian seasoning. They say to use chopped parsley. I am fresh out of chopped parsley. And then butter, 5 tablespoons of butter. And then, of course, your measuring stuff. So, yeah. That is what we are doing today. So, I already got this chicken wings taken care of. Need to put the seasoning and stuff. Trying to remember how I did it last time, because I have done this one other time. Here, let's put all the seasoning into this dish, and then I'll put the wings into a gallon-sized bag, and then shake the seasoning and everything in there to coat the wings. So first off, it says 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. We're gonna get ourselves 1.5 teaspoons. And it doesn't have to be exact. A lot of times you can just eyeball it if you're able to eyeball things like that. Me, I'm just OCD. I have to have it exactly the right amount. Alright, so now we need 2 teaspoons of garlic. Oh, wait a minute. I looked at this wrong. It's supposed to be 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, not teaspoons. See, I'm not paying that close attention, and sorry about my hair. Today is just one of those days. Alright, so we have to figure this out. Did you want to say hi to the peoples? Here, somebody wants to say hi. Say hi. All right. I gotta put my thumb in front of the lens there. All right, so yeah, it's always good to really pay attention to what you're doing. My brain's elsewhere. That's my problem. Alright. Now we're going to move on to the garlic. So, oh, the garlic's right here in front of me. We're going to reach in here. Get 2 teaspoons. I am making a mess, but it's all good. It's all good. Making a mess. It's just one of those things when it comes to cooking something good. Jeez. Alright, so I'm going to show you what. So here's the baking powder and the garlic. And then next we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt That's honestly in my opinion. A lot of times I don't like to add salt to things, but in this case, we're gonna add salt. Alright, got the salt in there. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And that, honestly, you can just eyeball. This might actually take me a minute. I got 2 different kinds of pepper in here. One is like pepper, ground pepper. The other one is just like pepper. Alright. All the same thing. Alright, I'm not gonna need this. Put that aside in the sink. Alright, so there's the seasoning. Now what we're gonna do. Polo, quit putting your fingers in front of the screen. We don't want to see your fingers. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this up. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sneezing because anytime... Okay, anytime I mess around with pepper, it doesn't matter what I'm making. Whoops, sorry. Doesn't matter what I'm making. That's the problem with sneezing. It makes you move. I wasn't even paying attention. I am going to divide this half and half to each bag with the wings. So we'll set all this aside. Alright. So let me get a couple of bags. I'll be right back. Alright, so I get a couple of gallon-sized bags. What I end up doing, after I'm done with the bags, I usually end up washing the bags very, very well. And then I end up reusing them for some random stuff. I'm gonna grab some tongs. And you're gonna put about 12 in each, and then whatever's left over, then you just divide it up. Kind of want to have an even number of wings in each bag, so it takes up the same amount of space. And if you got bigger bags than I do, you can probably do all of them. I already lost count. 4, 6, here's 7, 8. Alright, leave it at that for that one. It is a 2-pound bag of chicken wings, drumettes, and wings. Alright, so we got them in there. We're going to take our seasoning and we're going to divide it up. Some in each. And what's really good about this is that you can really massage the meat, the seasoning into the meat. I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't sit here and save their bags. I'm one of those people that do. Mainly because a lot of times with how many bags like these I go through, I really cannot afford to buy more bags because they ain't cheap. Alright, so we got that pretty well. Move on to the other one before it all sticks to one or two of the wings. Get down! Get down! Take you and your butt with you. My cat is always so curious to what I'm doing. She hopped up here. And she knows not to be up here. Especially when I'm cooking food. That and I'm gonna have the oven up on high and I'm afraid she's gonna hurt herself. You're gonna set the oven to 425 degrees. Let that preheat, and that does give us some time to finish this. Now, I already took the pan. I put some spray on it. I learned my lesson last time. So, once they're mixed really, really well, you're gonna pour it directly on there. All of it. And then come back afterwards and maneuver them around. Alright. So, move them around, make sure they're all laying down. You don't want them stacked on top of each other. Here. Give you one here. Alright. Now this pan is definitely bigger. I know all these would not fit on my older pan. I did not realize that I had baking sheets in storage. So when I got my stuff out of storage, the big box of kitchen stuff, I forgot all about that. And wouldn't you know? Alright, so it's actually amazing these all fit onto one pan. Normally I gotta put on two different pans. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure these videos would be a lot better if I had somebody here actually holding the camera and everything. But alright. Since this is done, we're going to wait for the oven to finish heating up. Like my mother would tell me,
you should have turned that oven on in the very beginning.
Yes. I always forget to turn the oven on first because I mainly think about just food, you know, getting that taken care of. Now, we're going to go on with the garlic sauce. Normally, I would use freshly chopped garlic. But the garlic that I had was too old and it actually dried up and shriveled. You could squeeze it and it would just kind of flatten out, which I never knew garlic could even do that. So, let's get a dish for the sauce. So we got a dish. You want something big enough that you can put the stuff in and be able to shake it. But nothing too big where you have to really give it a good shake to have the stuff interact with each other. So we're going to put the 5 tablespoons of butter. Got a measuring cup. Pretty old. Had it for quite a long time. I managed to grab the knife that's not very sharp. Ah, wrong dish. Okay, I forgot I have to melt it first. It would be quite helpful. Off the knife. Alright, I'm gonna melt this and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we have our melted butter. I'm gonna put that right into the container. If you hear any squeaking coming from behind me, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's quite windy outside and my metal, aluminum, whatever it is, awning thing over the window outside squeaks like crazy. Alright, so next part is garlic. It calls for 3 cloves worth. If you're a garlic lover like I am, you just eyeball and put 4. So let's get some garlic in there. After I get all the ingredients in there, I will show you guys what it looks like. Hopefully I got more garlic. Alright, next we need a 1/3 cup of parmesan. Take these things off the loop. Alright, here's the 1/3. I see how this is gonna go. Okay. Alright, so 1/3. I do end up putting just a little bit extra, because this is, you know, a recipe for like 12. But I do end up making more a little bit later on. Alright. Now I love Parmesan too. So that's really why I love this recipe, because it's got all my favorite things in it, really. And a 1/4 cup of chopped parsley, but instead I am using Italian seasoning. In my mind, it's really about the same thing. It probably really isn't, but it's always good to change things up a bit. Alright, move that aside. We'll use the spoon. Alright. So I'm going to show. Here we got it. The butter, the Parmesan, the garlic, and the Italian seasoning. And you just give it a good mix. I really wish I had somebody to hold the camera for me. But yeah, so I'm going to finish mixing that up. Now, when you put the wings into the oven, they're going to cook for 40 minutes. Sorry, my head disappeared on there. But yes, when you put the wings in there, you're going to cook them at 425 for 40 minutes. You do flip them over after 20. That's why it's another reason to spray the pan so they don't stick. So when you go to turn them over, they don't just get stuck. Alright. All nice and mixed. That is so good. Alright. pop them in the oven, and I will see you guys when they are done. Alright, well, there they are. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our tongs. Got the seasoning right there, the sauce, whatever you want to call it. Now all you do is you pick your favorite ones. Me, I love them both. So we're gonna toss them in here. I'm sorry guys, this video is gonna suck just as bad as the other one. I wish I had somebody, like I said, I wish I had somebody here to help me. But take your chicken wings, you put them in, put however many you want. I usually do about 4 at a time, just so that way it's not too crowded and you can't give it a good shake. And it's starting to get darker in here. The wind blowing, the clouds going over the sun. Yeah. Alright, so we seal them up in the container. Give them a good shake. You want to make sure they're completely coated. Alright. For the moment of truth, you guys ready? Oh, wow. Either they're super tender and they fell right off the bone, or I just shook it a little too hard. I'll show you guys what I mean. Look. The chicken is coming off the bone. That's a good sign, guys. That's a good sign it's going to be delicious. Alright. Grab the plate. Pluck all the chicken out that fell apart. And then we're going to do it again with some more chicken. There's like little bits of chicken all over. Alright, so alright, this time we're not going to shake it way too hard. I have never had that happen. Now I know one year I made a turkey, and the turkey fell right off the bone tender. I will be doing a Thanksgiving video as well, around Thanksgiving time, obviously. Gonna cook a turkey. Probably get a small turkey, since it'll probably just be me. Alright, so after giving that a good shake again, pluck our wings out. Trying to find the other chicken from the ones that fell apart. Scrape everything off the edges. So that way it is ready for the next shake, if you decide to have more afterwards. But there you have it, guys. Garlic Parmesan chicken wings. I'm gonna go enjoy these. It's always really good. Some of my favorite things: chicken wings, steak, pizza, and dill taco. But these chicken wings are amazing. And if you guys end up making this, let me know what you think. I would love to know. I want to know who tries making it and what you think on the flavor and everything. But until next time, guys, eat, stay hydrated, and stay happy. I'll catch y'all next time.